heart that both houses of the Arizona legislature passed this. It is not a religious freedom bill at all. Ironically, their religious freedom is being well protected by gays and lesbians in the military, and the economic vitality of Arizona is being contributed to by gays and lesbians. The so-called religious freedom is just a cloak for prejudice, and they're trying to write their prejudice into civil law, which you can't do, and you can't write your religious faith values into civil law either, because we have many different religions.
All right, folks, welcome back. That's George Takei, I believe it's pronounced. You know him from a former member of the original TV series Star Trek. He's openly gay, and he was appearing on awaiting a decision from Governor Jan Brewer whether to sign or to veto. It is SB 1062, and joining us now to give us his take on this is Wayne Besen, a gay rights activist, founder of Truth Wins Out. Hello, Wayne. Good to talk to you again, sir.
Good to talk to you.
All right. So what is your problem with this bill?
This is Jim Crow law. It allows people under the guise of religion to hang up signs that say no gays allowed, but it can be even worse than that. This is a situation where anybody can deny anybody services and take the law into their own hands and create anarchy and chaos, and then justify it by simply saying, oh, it's my sincerely held religious belief. Even more ridiculous is that it puts the government in the situation and the courts in the situation of trying to figure out what is a sincere religious belief. We're going to have this sincerity police. What, are we going to use lie detectors to figure this out? It's absurd. It's horrible policy. It's bigoted. It's wrong. It's got to go. If Jan Brewer does not veto this, she's going to go down in history as Jan Crow.
All right. Well, let me stop you right there. Do you know that it's already legal in Arizona to fire gays or deny to serve gays? Are you aware of that?
Yes, and that's exactly why they need to have the employment non-discrimination.
No. We're not talking about unemployment. Wait. I'm not talking.
We're talking about that. This is
I'm talking, Wayne. I'm talking about SB 1062. Everything you're saying you're afraid is going to happen because of this bill is already legal to happen and isn't happening. So I don't understand what you're saying. Explain it to me.
What this does, it gives people the right to justify discriminating.
They already have it when it comes to gays and lesbians.
It's not, this is targeted gays, but this is social anarchy. What this is.
Social anarchy.
This is allowing somebody to run a red light if they're on their way to church and say, "Oh, look, Jesus told me. You know, this is my religious belief." It's absolutely. It also establishes. It breaks the Establishment Clause. I mean, it really institutes state-sponsored religion in a way, because the state has to decide what is religious belief and what's sincere. What if somebody says a Christian identity movement believes we should separate the races? Under a law like this, they can simply say, these kinds of laws, they could say, well, you know, we don't want to serve black people. And I don't think, our country's been through this before. We don't want to go there again. That's why this bill, this bill has been, Senator McCain, for example, has come against it. The Arizona delegation has come against it. The Chamber of Commerce from Phoenix and Arizona has spoken out against it. And three state senators who voted for it said, whoops, I want to take my vote back. I didn't understand the implications. Okay. Nobody's for it except wingnuts and extremists.
All right. Well, are you aware of Stanford's Michael McConnell? Are you aware of Douglas Laycock, who supports same-sex marriage? Are you aware of Marianne Glendon, Helen Alvarez, Thomas Berg, Carl Esbeck, Richard Garnett, Christopher Lund, Mark Scarberry, Gregory Sisk, Rogan Fretwell of Wilson University? These are all professors, liberal professors, most of them, and they wrote a letter in defense to the governor telling her why she should sign this, and saying the bill has been egregiously misrepresented by many of its critics. We write because we believe that you should make your decision on the basis of accurate information. Some of us are Republicans, some of us are Democrats, some of us are religious, some of us are not. Some of us oppose same-sex marriage, some of us support it. 9 of the 11 signers of this letter believe you should sign the bill. 2 are unsure, but all of us believe that the many criticisms of the Arizona bill are deeply misleading. So are these religious right-wing wingnuts too, sir?
They're completely misguided, and they're not telling the truth.
Why would they lie? Why would they lie? What's their agenda?
Well, that's my. I don't know what their agenda is. I'm not them, but there's obviously is an agenda. They're obviously wrong.
Republicans, Democrats, pro-gay marriage, anti-gay marriage, not sure if they should pass. They're all conspiring. They all have the same agenda here, right?
What I am saying, there are people who are both wrong with policy, and there are people with an agenda. We've been through this in this country before. We don't need a situation where private businesses turn people away for who they are. Not only it's bad business on top of it, but besides that point, if you're open to the public, you damn well better serve all of the
Wayne,
public.
you just Wayne, you're missing.
I'll tell you the point. I'll tell you the point. When my dad owned a pizza place, and we used to be in a conservative area, and I had Klansmen come in. I've served neo-Nazis pizza before, and I'm.
What do they wear? What do they wear? The uniforms and give the Heil Hitler? That's how you know they're neo-Nazis.
Well, they were pretty open about it.
Really? Okay, Klansmen. They wore the hood. They wore the hood. Where was this? Where was this, Wayne? Where was this?
Davie, Florida. We had a Klansman come in every day that talked about it. We knew this. They liked their pizza. We served them. You know what? We served all the public. We didn't believe what they stood for. We didn't like them. But if we were open to the public. We served all the public.
But
and
here's
that's
the
what
thing.
it is.
Here's the thing. You made my point, and you made the point of why this will not happen and why it's not been happening. Again, nothing in this bill will be created new. Your fear, or what the scenario you're portraying, and what you're saying will happen, that businesses won't serve people, they won't serve gays. They could do that now, and they're not, because it's bad business. It has nothing to do with the passing of the law.
They weren't so brazen before. This law encourages it. It said, you know what? You can. We want you to do this. We want you to send this message to certain people that they're not welcome. It's wrong. It's mean-spirited. This has got to go. This is not what America's about. This is not the best.
All right. Well, wait. Let me ask you this.
We can do better.
Okay. So when a photography store, a baker, or anybody who owns a business, when a gay couple comes into them and they're Christians and they say, we want you to take pictures at our gay wedding, and they say, well, I'm sorry, we don't, we're Christians, and that I don't believe in that, so we're going to have to turn you down. You believe those people should be penalized for doing that?
Yes, they're open to the public. It's
really?
all public.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
so
absolutely.
you have no tolerance. Wait a minute.
Wait. I don't particularly believe in Christian fundamentalism or Muslim fundamentalism or Jewish fundamentalism.
I don't know about Jewish fundamentalism and Christian fundamentalism. I know about Muslim fundamentalism.
Those are not my philosophies.
They blow people up. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Those are not my philosophies, but you know what? I serve pizza to all of them. And I don't believe if you're open, that's right. That's right.
And that was your choice, wasn't it? And that was your choice. And that was your choice, wasn't it?
It wasn't a choice. No, it wasn't a choice.
No?
You were open to the public, and the public, Steve, is the public. If we wanted to be a private pizza place, we would have created a private club, or we would have put a big Star David on top of our pizza place, or a cross, or something like that.
And that wouldn't be allowed, and you know it. Okay, here's the thing, Wayne.
We could have created the church. We could have created the Church of Pepperoni.
Okay. Well, Wayne, here's the thing, Wayne.
And then it would have been fine. Nobody's saying church. No, wait. See, it's not religious. There's a difference between religious liberty and religious bigotry.
Yeah. Okay, Wayne.
These
and
are
you know
not
what, Wayne? Enough. You made your point. Now let me get my point in.
Okay.
You are just another example, and you and I go way back, and I say this with all due respect. You are just another example of a radical gay, lesbian, transgender group that pretends to go around representing all gays and lesbians, who shows and exhibits zero tolerance for the other point of view, yet you demand 100% tolerance. And that is what turns a lot of people off, my friend, a lot.
Well, no, I am the tolerant one. I'm saying if you're open to the public, you're open to everybody. What's less? Well, I mean, really, how could you be more tolerant than that? That's the epitome of tolerance.
You don't have any. It's like the mayor of New York not marching in the not marching in the St. Patrick's Day parade because he disagrees with the religious beliefs of the organizers. No tolerance is shown. I'm waiting for one member of one so-called gay group to say, you know what? We understand people are religious. We understand people have differing point of views. Nope. It's all or nothing, baby. And if you don't agree with me, then you're a homophobe, you're a bigot, you're a Christian fundamentalist, blah, 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 blah.
And you're being intolerant because the mayor has a right not to march in any parade he doesn't want to march in. If he believes those are bigoted beliefs, those are intolerant beliefs, he shouldn't have to be out there in that parade. Now, the parade has the right to do what they want, but they should have the responsibility to do the right thing and be inclusive. It's a stain on that parade that the mayor's doing the right thing.
Of course he is. Of course. Don't show respect for the people who have differing views. Just stay away from those people.
I don't think we should. I don't think we should. We only have to respect the rights of people to believe things. We don't have to respect those beliefs. There's a lot of beliefs I don't respect, and nobody has to respect mine, but they have to respect my right to believe them, and that's what makes this country great.
But you don't respect the right of the baker or the photographer. You just told me you don't.
I respect the right of the baker and the photographer if they run a religious institution to declare themselves a church, make themselves a church, and then they can serve whoever the hell they want. But if they're open to the public, it's everybody. We cannot have a situation where we have signs no gays or no blacks, or for that matter, Steve, no Christians. I don't want to see a sign that says.
Well, then maybe we could end this interview on a note where we agree. There's a restaurant out in California. I don't have it in front of me. I had it yesterday, and I'll probably get it and grab it after our interview. But they are compiling a blacklist of legislators in California and from around the country and people who support what they consider to be anti-gay legislation. It's a gay bar/restaurant, and they are saying those people will be forbidden from coming into their restaurant. And yet I've heard no outrage about that from anybody. So here's your chance.
That's not a class of people. That's a political protest to make a point. There's a completely different...
Wait a minute. So you're in favor of that?
I am in favor of them making that political point.
Wait a minute. They're banning people. Whoa! They're banning people from their restaurant.
No. They're making it's a political protest.
They're banning people from the restaurant. They said so.
They are making... No, that's the point. There's a very legitimate point. They're saying,
really?
Start.
Yes, oh, so when people agree with Wayne Besen, those people could ban people, refuse to serve people. I love the hypocrisy.
No,
it is priceless, Wayne.
You're mischaracterizing. What I'm saying is this: they're making the very salient political point that if we want to go down this ugly road of Jim Crow again, then everybody will be affected by it. Anybody, based upon some declaration of religious belief that's sincere,
I thought for sure.
They're actually on my side. They're actually on my side, and they're inclusive. They're making good points here. That it's a very slippery slope, and anybody can be affected once we go down the road of discrimination based on so-called religious beliefs.
Wayne, I thought
that are really just a justification for bigotry.
I thought for sure, even just to sound good, we would have ended on a point of agreement there on your part. Even if you were like secretly saying to them, "Yeah, go," you would say, "Of course that's terrible. That's exactly what I'm fighting against in the Arizona bill." But you choose to be the open hypocrite you are, and proud of it. And God bless you. I don't know what to say.
You completely got it wrong. Well, because you mischaracterized it. As I said, they're making a political point that this is a slippery slope, and if you can ban gays, then you can also ban lawmakers. You can ban Christian fundamentalists. Nobody's safe with this law. That's why it has to go. That's why there is so much opposition.
Okay, Wayne, as always, we part as friends, I hope. I appreciate you coming on, sir.
All right, thanks, Steve. Have a good day.
You too. Wayne Besen, ladies and gentlemen. Truth wins out. Now, give me a time. I haven't heard a time yet in my... okay. What can I say? I love when the guest makes your point. It's so much easier, when the guest makes your point. My point to him was, and my point always is, that the left, and it's not only gay groups, and it's not only gay activists, leaders, and leaders of groups, it's the same with the atheist groups that don't represent all atheists, but they're the radicals out there suing every chance they get. The intolerance on the part of the groups that demand total tolerance is overwhelming. It's 100% intolerance. You either believe and give me everything I want and believe, or you're a bigot, you're a homophobe, you're anti, you're whatever, you're a religious zealot, you know the deal. And here I bring up a restaurant who now is going to, if they don't like the way people vote or think, put them on a blacklist and not let them into their gay restaurant. And he says, good. If my head could spin, like The Exorcist, like Linda Blair, who, by the way, had a big crush on Rick James. Remember Rick James? You know, super freak? Yeah, Linda Blair and Rick James were an item at one point. I just saw a whole documentary on Rick James. I'm hip. All right, folks, we're coming back. Steve Malzberg Show on Newsmax Television.
The Steve Malzberg Show.